can we jump into?
Yes, let's do it. This is such a thing.
Yes, you working with a buyer.
Yes.
You've been working with them for 45 days.
Oh, yeah.
They finally come across a home that they like.
And it's probably been on the market for 45 days.
No, this one's been on the market for 3 months, let's say.
Yeah, okay.
And you've talked to the agent several times, and you have confirmed more than one time that there are no other offers on the property. In fact, there have been no other offers received.
Right.
Your buyer decides, okay, let's go. Let's run it up the flagpole and see what happens. You submit the offer.
Oh.
Now, you submit it in the evening, and the agent doesn't get back to you until 11 o'clock the next day.
Yeah.
Even though they had the offer the night before.
For sure, yeah.
And they say, oh, by the way, we got another offer.
Yeah.
You go back to your buyer and you say, oh, by the way, they have another offer. And your buyer says what?
I don't believe it.
BS.
Right.
BS.
And this does happen. This is a real thing.
Of course it happens.
We've both been listing agents, and we have gotten 2 offers after 3 months on the market.
Yep.
Oh, this is a real thing.
Yep. Now, I would not mislead anybody about whether or not there was another offer. So most buyers will have the tendency to say, I don't believe it and I want to get involved in that crap. But here's the problem. In some cases, that house is the perfect house for them. And in my opinion, what a buyer is willing to pay for a place has nothing to do with whether or not they have any competition. So I'll give you an example. If I made an offer, let's say you were my broker and I was buying a house in Dallas, which I probably will someday, and you were representing me and you came and said, and it's just a perfect house. Let's just say it has that little swimming pool in the back. It's got a master on the main. It's big, spread out floor plan, amazing kitchen, family room, windows out to the backyard. The stuff that you just love in a house. And I say, well, I want to buy that house. And you say, well, somebody else made an offer. That would not faze me in the slightest. Meaning, if it was true, it wouldn't faze me. If it's not true, it wouldn't faze me. Now, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't think it was appropriate for them to do that. But I already know in my heart what I'm willing to pay for something that I really, really want.
Right.
And so what would be your recommendation to a buyer who doesn't think there's any competing offers? They make an offer and they realize there are or is a competing offer.
If they don't believe it, I go, okay, great, don't believe it. Well, now, let's still move forward. You know, if you don't believe it, then it's
so let's pretend.
Plays no role.
Let's pretend there is no other offer.
Right.
How would you respond? How would you respond to the seller's counter? What would you do? One of the things that I don't like is we have another offer, and then the buyer has to decide, do I want to improve my offer? Which means the buyer's really negotiating with themselves because they're not having conversations with the seller, and that's unfair for buyers. But sometimes you got to do it.
So I like to have the conversation around what would you regret? Or even what would you regret not trying?
If you didn't buy it, would you regret it? Meaning, if you lost this house, are you going to beat yourself up 6 months from now? What a great way to make that decision. Because in many cases, people really want to live in the house. They just hate to say that out loud because they think it might jinx them.
And anytime a buyer's making an offer, now I don't know, but I think Georgia and Texas are close enough in this. The decision to buy is not when we make an offer. So what will you regret not trying to get that house for?